Sorry, I'm late. Wait. So hello there once again. In the previous class, we were discussing about um, the locally available, eco-friendly, cost-effective process or approach for water treatment. One more. Okay. So, so roughly we have completed the second module. So from now we're going to discuss about third module. So the third module of this subject, it's not that too long. It's basically dealing with that water distribution. Okay. Um, that means what is the purpose of water distribution system? What is the basic effectiveness of water distribution system? Water distribution layout, whether it is urban or rural. Okay, in general, we are going to discuss about water distribution. Then we're going to discuss about the water supply during emergency. Okay, so that means if uh, the traditional or planned water supply system is get failed in somehow in that particular time, how to get water for drinking purposes or any other purposes, how to manage in case of that particular time period. Okay, so especially concentrating on the rural area, or even in your city area also, you can adopt the particular scheme anyway, but it's strictly for rural areas, that how to um, store water, how to treat water in locally. Okay, especially in case of emergency. Emergency means when the general water supply system failed by any other means, by doing the maintenance work or anything. Okay, so all these things we are going to discuss in this module. Fine. Anyway, so let me first share my screen, then we're going to discuss. So today we're going to going for a very basic things first of all. Okay, will not take much time for you, since already we have invested more time for today. Okay, this is about the last class, so I'm just going to close this. Okay, so here we go. So water distribution. So planning of distribution system in rural areas. But basically, we're going to discuss about the general aspect, but you can also relate to uh, rural areas also. But can be it relate to any community, either it in rural areas, urban area. Fine. So basically, the what is the headline of the topic of third module, first class? So planning of distribution system in rural areas. Fine. So what is the basic need of a distribution system? Why we need a proper plan or water distribution system, that we're going to discuss. What are the significance or requirement of good distribution system, that we're going to discuss in this class. Okay. So basically, the function of water distribution system is to deliver water to all customer of the system in efficient quantity for potable drinking water and fire protection purposes at the appropriate pressure with minimal loss and of safe and acceptable quality, and so economically as possible. So here all these factors have covered roughly. Okay, the basic purpose of water distribution system is to provide or to supply a water amount, a particular amount of water to the needy people, or that means their customer actually. Okay, and without disturbing the quality of the water, without harming the quality of water, and without uh, losing any water amount. That means we need to also go for, suppose, uh, 10 liter of water should be provided in every household, so it should not be lost. Of course, there are in the during the distribution time, during the distribution period, there may be some loss. Not exactly it will be, but somehow we have to maintain the amount also. Okay, and also it will be providing appropriate pressure. That means the pressure of supply water must be controlled or must be maintained. Okay, and economical point of view is very important. That means the particular distribution system also of such way that it will minimize the cost, not raising the cost. Fine. Okay. The purpose of distribution system is to deliver water to the customer with appropriate quality, quantity, and pressure. Fine. Distribution system is used to describe collectively the facilities used to supply water from its source to the point of uses. Okay. So basically, what is if I want to give you definition of general definition of distribution system. So the distribution system is used to describe the collectively the facilities used to supply water from its source to the point of use. That means from the point of source to the point of uses, that intermediate process is mainly described as a distribution system. Now, what are the significance of a requirement of a particular good distribution systems are listed here. Like the water quality should not be deteriorated. That means it should not be compromised. The water quality should not be compromised during the distribution pipe. Fine. Then it should be capable of supplying water at all the intended place with sufficient pressure head. That means the pressure that require pressure for supply water. It should not be. It should be constant throughout the distribution from source to the point of uses. Okay, that means after designing whatever the pressure should be decided should be maintained. Okay, so that the customer at the point where uh, point of use the customer should reach the water should reach the customer. If it is not coming in the proper pressure, it will not come to that pressure consumer. Okay, so it should the pressure must be maintained. Next, it should be capable of supplying the required amount of water during firefighting. That means even in the emergency or for safety purposes also, for this firefighting purpose, even for that also the water supply system should be adequate and sufficient to supply adequate water amount of water. Next, we'll come to the layout. The layout should be such that no customer would be without water supply during the repair of any section of the system. Okay, so basically we are going to discuss about different pattern of distribution system very soon. So the main advantage of choosing a distribution layout is that even in the repair period also, a consumer should not left behind by getting the water. That means there must be some other way of providing water, or you can say backup pipeline or the backup distribution system, so that during the maintenance of that main distribution line, you can provide water to that customer. Fine. So all the distribution pipes should be preferably laid on the 1 meter away or above the sewer line. Of course, you know this thing that even sewer line also laid below or beneath the soil. It is underground. Okay, and you have to ensure that that particular water pipeline must be 1 meter away or 1 meter above the sewer line. Okay, that means if I technically say, suppose this is a ground surface, okay, and suppose this is a sewer line, sewer pipeline is moving, fine, in a sewer line. So I'm giving it this red color. Suppose I'll show you that particular pipeline, water pipeline. If I put water pipeline below the sewer line, okay, this is your ground surface. Then somehow, if there is a leakage in this sewer line, it will give it gravity. It will come in contact with this pipe. Somehow, it may get reach to that particular water. So it's better to provide. It should not be. It should not go for this. It's better to go for providing this water pipeline above the sewer line. Okay, clear? I think this is very logical, and it should be fairly watertight as to keep loss due to leakage to the minimum. That means the water fitting, that means water pipe joints are should be tight enough, proper maintenance should be done so that water should not be leaked from the distribution pipe to to maintain the quantity. Fine. So this is all about the requirement of good distribution system of water. So next, already we have already mentioned about the layout. Okay, now let me give you the introduction to layout of distribution network. So the distribution pipes are generally laid below the road pavement, and as such, their layout generally follow the layout of road. There are in general four different types of pipe network, any one of which either uh, singly or in a combination can be used for a particular place. So layout um, patterns are like grid pattern, ring pattern, radial, or dead end system. Okay, so I'll show you a diagram here. Is it visible, right? So here you can see this is a grid iron pattern of distribution. So this box are actually representing the main distribution. Okay, oh, sorry, this black line is your main distribution line. I'm showing you here. That one, this black color, dark color line is mainly represent the main line. Even all this diagram, you can see the dark color is actually main line, which having the larger diameter, carrying the water. From this line, the branch can be provided. These are the branch or sub main, you can say. These are the sub main. You can see. These are this one are sub mains. Okay, and these are valves. This cross box are actually valves. We can regulate the supply water. So this is the way of laying the water supply distribution pipe, which is actually under grid pattern. Okay, so here you can see the ring pattern. Okay, so this is a mainly the main line. If here is the sub line. Okay, so this is a ring pattern. So here you can see the radial pattern. Why it's called radial? Because from this main line, even here you can see the sub main line or distribution reservoir. From the main line, the water go to that this reservoir. You can see different in different area in different community there will be a central reservoir. From the reservoir, the water is going through the different part of this area in a radial direction. That means from this central reservoir water tank, you can say the water is going. From this point, you can see if you look closely, just concentrate at the arrow mark. So from this main distribution line, the water is coming. You can see the arrow mark. And from this main distribution line, water is going to the reservoir. Here you can see the arrow mark. Here you can see the arrow mark. Here is the arrow mark. Here also, the water is going into the reservoir from the main line. And from the reservoir or from the distribution reservoir, the water is distributed to the different point of this grid. Okay, by going in a radial. So you consider radiated from this central point. So it is called radial system. Okay, so it is your dead end. It is a pattern of dead end system. It is a main line. In a different angle, you can see the sub mains are provided where it needed. So this is way of this is a structure of different type of water distribution pattern. So grid pattern, grid iron pattern, or ring system, radial system, or dead end system. Clear? Okay. So basically, this grid iron system is suitable for cities with rectangular layout. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. So this basically this grid pattern is suitable for a particular a city which actually or a particular area which is actually in a rectangular pattern. Okay, where water mains and branches are laid in rectangles. So basic advantage of grid patterns are water is kept in good circulation due to the absence of dead end. There is no dead end. You can say it is circulated throughout this. So you can see where is the drawing here. There is a dead end. It will go on circulation. Okay, in every main to main different submain there is a circulation. Okay, that means from here from this main, if water is going in this direction in this point, even from this connected line pipeline also water can go in this direction. Even from this pipe also it can go in this direction. So by regulating or maintaining this valve, we can maintain or regulate the direction of the water where it is needed. Okay, so that means it is continuous distribution of water can flow in any direction depending on the grid. Okay, so water is kept in good circulation in absence of dead end. There is a dead end, there is no dead end. So in the case of breakdown, in some section water is available from some other section. So it is basically it's a good, very good advantage. Okay, suppose this pipeline is going in the under maintenance. Okay, so suppose this pipeline uh, is out of work, or that means during it is under maintenance. Okay, so to provide water up to this point, basically the water is coming through this line usually. So if this pipeline get fail or this out of service, then there is a numbers of way of providing water to this point. Here also, from here also you can provide, even from this point also you can provide. So they are alternative way of providing water even in the emergency. Okay, so likewise you can go through this like grid pattern. Okay, advantages of ring pattern, you just go through this. Okay, ring pattern, radial pattern, and dead end pattern. I think it will be easy to understand. You just find out, you just go through the reading the advantages and disadvantages of different pattern. Fine. I think it will be easy for you to understand. It will go out of this. Anyway, so this is about today class. Okay, you just go through this different pattern that is mentioned in the notes. I will provide these notes even in the student portal. You will get even in the WhatsApp also I will provide. Anyway, so this is about today class. In this class, it is a very basic class of the third module. So in this class, we have discussed about basic of water distribution system. What is the purpose of, what is the need of distribution system? What is the significance or you can say the requirement of good distribution system and different layouts of distribution system. And we have also discussed about different layout of water distribution system. There are advantages and disadvantages. I think it is clear, and just go through by yourself by different uh, system of supply, water supply. Fine. So here you go. We are in the end of this class. Do you have any doubt? अगर डाउट नहीं है तो आई जस्ट टेक योर अटेंडेंस देन यहाँ पे हम लोग क्लास खत्म कर देंगे. ओके, नहीं है ना? सो वेरी गुड. So I'll just stop my sharing here. Okay, so I'll take your attendance now. Fine. Quickly, I will take attendance. You can switch on your video, everyone. One more. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Sorry, where's my pen? Okay, I'll just stop my recording here. After that, I'll just take your attendance. Okay.